Hey y'all, watch me wash, detangle, and style my son's hair. Now, I did not want to do this hairstyle because it takes too long. It's just too much. But, you know, my baby asked for it and he knows I could do it, so I'ma do it. I do not know what my son think he is doing or who he think he is right here, but he's so silly. Y'all about to find out while I'm always on mute and while I do voiceovers. Baby, I had to go mute because he starts snapping harder than his BBs. But anyway, your detangle process ain't nothing without those seedly braids, baby. You got to put those seedly braids in there. You know, it just holds it in place from continuing to shrivel back up and get back kinked. So after I detangle, I definitely am going to put these seedly braids in my hair, my children's hair, my children's hair, and they going to put it in their children's hair. Plus, my grandma put it in my hair. Duh. And she did her own hair like this. She always looked like Pocahontas every night before she went to bed. She braided her hair in plaits, and she had very silky hair that wasn't kinky, but I mean, it was long. And so I'm just going to follow the steps that my grandma did. Okay, so after I detangle my son's hair and place them in these plaits, I do rinse his hair out because this is not leave-in conditioner. It is actually wash-out conditioner and I do rinse it out with the braids in his hair. I do not take the braids out. And I use this African Best Super Grow and some Sulfur 8 and mix it together. Really, I usually mix my Sulfur 8 with Royal Crown because what? That's how my grandma did it. And didn't I tell y'all I was doing things that my grandma did that worked for her and it worked on me when I was growing up? Yeah, we getting back to the roots over here. So here I'm going in with my little concoction, but I have sectioned off my son's hair and I've braided it. And at the tip of each braid, I'm just using a little shine jam for neatness.
When it started blast, be like, I know you did it. Right. And then you'll make them think that you know you did it when you really don't remember. Yes. Right. Always.
So I let that play just to show y'all, me and my son, we be having a good time while I'm doing his hair. We really get to talking and we watch movies and we eat food, of course. As you can see, we got the pizza in the back. And I'm up here just agreeing with whatever he says. I'm being a yes mommy today. But no, it was something to agree about. We was watching a particular movie where a man was about to harm somebody and we was like, we would have lied, we would have said this, we would have been like, yes, of course. Like, you know, anything yeah. Like, we with you. Anything for this man not to hurt us. But anywho, let's get back to this hair. So I just take 3 strands of hair and braid those left and right sides into the center. I don't know if you've watched some of my other videos on YouTube, but this is my method. This is how I explain it in simple form for everyone to understand. And I really try to be very gentle with my children's hair because who wants to make this a very traumatic experience? Like, so I try to take my time. So it does take me a little longer. I make sure I, you know, do not hurt my baby's heads or anybody hair I braid. I try to be mindful of my attention, how I'm putting my hand on their head. Some of y'all just be heavy-handed for real, like really leaning y'all whole hand and forearm on these people's heads, hurting their necks and stuff, pulling and tugging and ripping hair. Now, keep in mind, my video is sped up. So it may look like I'm doing these things that I'm mentioning, but I'm really not. Like, I really spend time and take my time doing the hair. So, you know, it really takes me longer than an average braider because I'm not a fast braider. I also take my time on parting and caring for the hair. But if I slowed this video down, you would know what I was talking about. So my son does have a little bit of a hair loss condition, but I don't exploit that, and I wouldn't. That's his business. But I say that because I try to take very good care of his hair, and it's growing. And anytime he has an issue with that condition, it grows right back. So I must be doing something okay. Granny ain't steer me wrong somewhere. The best time and my most creative time to braid hair is when I really feel like braiding. You have to catch me when I'm really in the mood for braiding. I do amazing work, and I actually braid a little faster. But I have a really good hairstylist that does natural hair in Tampa. I mean, she's so good at doing natural hair, but she does not like people getting braids in their hair for several reasons. But she asked me, could I be her personal hair braider for her clients that want their hair braided. I did not take on that responsibility, but I did think it was just so flattering. She said because I don't braid hair super tight, I'll be mindful of the edges. I don't even really include like the edges super tight. Like I make them neat and I put them in the braid, but not like super tight where you could just, you gonna get bumps or none of that. We don't do that over here, baby. Well, y'all can see here that I added a little silicone cream and some grease to his ends of his hair and kind of like coiled them to give that little curl at the tip of his hair. Can y'all tell by this face that he is so happy by what I have done for him? Not the head shake. He is so silly. Well, this is the finished product. I love it. He loves it. We love it. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Show us with a heart so we know it's real. Peace.